Do you ever find a scene that looks amazing at first sight, but becomes surprisingly difficult to sketch? That was Amsterdam for me. Beautiful colors, beautiful architecture, but also rows and rows of repeating windows. While sketching on location, I often found myself avoiding them altogether. But was this really the best solution? Hi, I'm Irena. In this video, I will show you how I returned to one of my Amsterdam sketches and try to solve a problem many urban sketchers face. How do you keep repetitive subjects interesting? Let's see what happens. I started this sketch the way I often do, with water and loose splashes of color. It's a simple trick that helps me relax and get rid of the fear of the blank page. Once there is something on the paper, continuing becomes much easier. Although the buildings are actually quite similar, I didn't want them to look identical. So I used different colors and allowed them to mix directly on the paper. That creates more variety and keeps the sketch alive. The real challenge, of course, was the windows. There are so many of them, but instead of drawing them all the same way, I tried to suggest them differently. Some are just washes, some are simple lines, some have darker accents. My goal wasn't to copy every window, it was to avoid visual boredom. Sometimes variety is more important than accuracy. At this stage, the sketch is already starting to come together. And by the way, if you enjoy watercolor sketches, urban sketching, and practical tips like this one, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like. And I would love to know, what repetitive subjects do you find most difficult to sketch? There is always one more detail to add. One more correction, one more window. So at some point, I simply decided to stop. I added the wires crossing above the buildings and allowed them to become the final touch that brings the composition together. If you would like to see more of my Amsterdam sketches and explorations, you can find the Amsterdam collection on my Patreon. There, I explore simplifying complex scenes, working from references, composition, watercolor technique, and creative decision making. I'm still not completely sure whether I solved the problem, but it was interesting experiment and sometimes that's enough. I hope you enjoyed the video and now I'm curious, how do you deal with repetitive elements in your sketches? Let me know in the comments and I will see you in the next video.